First alpha coming soon. Hello everyone, Bront here. We're having some fun talking Godforge. We have news on the first alpha. The first alpha will be live Wednesday the 23rd. Now we'll be going live around 3 p.m. UTC time, which for me is going to be around 10 a.m. Very, very unfortunate time because I start work at 11 a.m. So I won't have a chance to play a lot of it before I have to go to work, and then certainly I will come home and dive into Godforge as well. So I will certainly do my best to make an account, get everything installed, and make sure everything works as we get started. I may actually not get a chance to play before we actually get back from work, but I'm certainly excited that we are going to have the next week or so to play Godforge. My plan is to certainly probably record my first initial gameplay as we go through the tutorial, so you can certainly see what that kind of looks like. I'll pick a champion. I'm not sure which starter I'm going to pick yet. They all look kind of fun. Dive into my first experience, some of my thoughts on what stats might be important, then obviously learning whether or not I'm correct on some of this stuff. It'd be very interesting to see how the game plays. I am expecting bugs. I am expecting visual fidelity to not be as good as it will eventually be. And I'm expecting this to be a bit of a rough ride. And that's great, because that's what this alpha is for. Those of you worried that, hey, I can't get into the alpha, I don't know what's going on. There are still possible openings for Alpha 3. If you sign up for the beta, they may still invite you into Alpha 3. But Alpha 1 and Alpha 2 are mostly designed to be absolute bug fixes. Alpha 3 will be much less of one, because that's supposed to be the tournament where they try to climb the tower as high as possible and see how that works. So I'm super excited to be involved in the first alpha. I know, as somebody who has been in software development and game development as well, I'm hoping that I can provide some interesting and useful feedback for that. I'm looking forward to busting some of these bugs, and I'm looking forward to playing the game and having some fun with Godforge. I will certainly be sharing with you some of the experiences that I have with it, some of the buffs and debuffs I am finding interesting, some of the champions I'm certainly finding fun, and I'm looking forward to learning all the different champions. Now, that's one of the things I have not spent a lot of time working on, is learning all of the new champions. And to be fair, it's part of how I approached Raid when I started Raid. Raid, it was certainly easy to learn your champions first, and then as you slowly but surely dove into things like Live Arena, and, well, not Live Arena necessarily, but Classic Arena, you would learn some of the champions you would regularly encounter there, what they would do, and that kind of gave you an idea of which champions would be interesting, and then you could read their kit and sort of explore and learn a bit more about the game. So there is a lot of stuff that is probably not only going to be interesting and fun to learn as you hit the game and get into the game and learn the different champions, but eventually it is going to be changing, because these kits are not all going to survive this alpha into the beta, and let alone into the final product. Things change, champions change, buffs and debuffs change, balance changes, and that's why I think this is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be interesting to dive into it, and this is the type of thing I look forward to, is getting into this type of stuff. And I'm going to be, logging it when I can, making some videos on it when I can. Certainly it's not going to be videos daily at the moment, but we can certainly try to push to 2-3 videos a week at minimum, and maybe a few more. If I record a bunch of footage, I can certainly continue to, over the long term, put out some of the stuff that I do, even past when I'm playing in the alpha, and, get some interesting news on Godforge. As we get more familiar with the game, and playing the game will make me more familiar with the game, I can start to talk to you more about the things that are going to be interesting about the game, my breakdown on some stuff. I did a breakdown already on some of the buffs and the debuffs and the controls, because I think that those are actually amazing and interesting. Do go check that out. It's a fun video. And there is a lot to look forward to in Godforge. So, stick around, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. There should be some fun stuff coming up on Wednesday. I'm super excited for it. And I will probably, if I can, stream this on Friday, because the way my schedule works, unfortunately, it will be hard for me to do it anytime before Friday to actually sit down and stream Godforge. But you know what? I am super excited to actually do it at some point in time. So maybe on Friday we'll stream some of it. Maybe on Saturday I might have a long stream. I might do some Godforge in addition to my normal raid stuff. Maybe even on Sunday I might get a little more streaming of Godforge as well. Get myself back on Twitch just a little bit more so that you guys can get some of the stuff. Maybe I'll even see if I can stream it on YouTube as well. I don't know. It certainly is, different for me to actually do the dual stream. I have to do a couple things to get that sorted out. But you know what? You guys are worth it. You guys are absolutely amazing. Much love. So again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, stick around here. Let's make a wonderful Godforge community here, and, let's have fun playing Godforge and have fun with the alpha. So until that next video, take a look for me in the game below. Maybe you'll have a chance to actually join the game early. There is a link to Godforge, so you can sign up for the beta. And until then, I'll be posting whatever I can. I am Bront.